Hi, I'm Dimitar from Automate 365, and today I'll show you how to use the funnel builder in our system. In the left-hand side menu, click on Sites. In here, you will be able to see all of your funnels. To create a new one, click on New Funnel at the top right. You can jumpstart with a template or start from scratch. Let's name this tutorial. In here, we can start adding our steps/pages by clicking on Add New Step. You can name your page, set the path, and you could even import from ClickFunnels. Now let's say we want the second page. So let's call this thank you or page 2. And the cool thing is you can drag and drop replacing those steps. Here we can click on create from blank or click on the edit button. You will immediately get the section menu. Let's say we want the full width section, so we can just click on it or drag and drop it. On the left, we get the section settings. We can change the padding/spacing on each side, set the background color, add box shadow. Let's say we want 30% drop shadow. We can make it stick to the top or the bottom, and add a background image. So right now, if we change the image opacity to light fade, we can change the color like so. Now on the advanced tab, you could add a border. In here you can make it dashed or dotted. It is not that easy to see it when it is so thin. There we go. Let's say we wanted it solid. Border radius. Let's set it to all edges. And you can make it visible only on desktop or only on mobile, or keep it visible on both. Now we can add our first row, one column row. If we want to change it, we can click on the clone icon here. It will add a new column. But if we want to keep it at one column, just click on the bucket. And now we can add our first element. Let's pick ourselves the headline element and drag and drop it. Now we can change the background color so we can actually see the text, and add a border. Make it a bit wider and change it to dashed. Now we can add a text shadow if we want, change the alignment, box shadow. We can change the mobile font size and desktop font size separately, so it looks different. Up here in the left, you can see how it would look on mobile and how it looks on desktop. Typography type, we can choose a custom font. So if we click on default font and choose a Google font, let's say we want this one. And change the text color. It is bold text, so we need to change the bold text color. Set it to red or orange. And as with every element, you have the option to change the padding or the spacing on each side. Now let's start adding other elements. There are a couple of ways we can go about it. As you can see, the sections have a green color, the rows blue color, the columns have a pink color, and the elements an orange color. So if we want to stay within the same column, we need to click on the plus icon on the element, and then we can choose a sub headline. Let's really quickly change the background color so we can actually see it. And now, if we want to stay within the same row, same logic, we just need to create a new column. So from up here, you can clone the whole column, but we don't want to do this, so let's delete it for now. And of course, if you want to stay within the same section, you'd need to create a new row. Let's say we want this one at 3 columns. Now we can add our elements. A paragraph, a bullet list, and a button. So right down here, when you scroll to the very bottom, you get the text on the button, the subtext, and the most important, button actions. So you can set it to go to the next step in the funnel, to call, SMS, website URL, whatever you choose. Now something really cool that you can do is you can drag and drop elements to different places on your page, just like that. Now for the next couple of elements, let's add ourselves a new section. Add a 2-column row and start with those 2 elements. So for the video, you scroll down to the very bottom, and here you can choose your video type and paste your video URL. Now for the image, you can click on this icon right here and choose your image. You can also pick an image action. For example, open the pop-up, and right here in the top left, you can actually set up a pop-up. Add a row, let's say a 2-column row, and another headline here, just like that. Now let's open ourselves another row, again a 2-column one, or maybe a 3-column one would be better, because there are a lot of elements. We won't be able to go through all of them, so let's pick 1 or 2 from each block. A survey, this would be best in 1 column actually. Let's delete those. And pick our survey commercial quote. It will take some time to load, and there we go. Let's add another element. How about a map? Here on the left, have the map type, and above it, open search box. So right here, you can enter the location you'd like and click on Yes Save. And this is the location it will display. Now let us keep adding elements. Right here, we can add a minute timer. And let's say we want to make it a bit bigger. So we'll change the mobile font size and the desktop font size. Oops, that's too much for the subtext. Yeah, it's overlapping. We'll reduce it a bit. Like this. Okay, and increase the margin on top so it's not too close to the map. Make the one on the bottom the same. Now the cool thing is that you can add dividers just like in the email builder. So let's increase the margin on top. Make our divider a bit more recognizable. Oh, too recognizable. 20. Instead of solid, we'll make it dotted. Now, we can easily copy this divider and move it down right here. Now we can add our next element. Now let's add a two-step order element right under here. And as you can see on the left-hand side menu, right at the very bottom, it is set to default to go to the next step. You can tell it to go to a URL address, or you can select a step in case you have more than two. Now under it, we can add a progress bar right here in the themes. You can choose how it looks. In the advanced tab, you can change the percentage width, which we'll use in our second page or second step. And let's go back. Now here is our second step. I'll try to keep this quick. Add a section, a one column row, add a thank you message. And a progress bar. And change the margin on top. Set a background color. Now let us change the progress bar. Advanced tab, percentage width, 100%. Let's go back. Let us go to page 1 and see our preview. You can just click on here, preview page. It opens it in a new tab. Okay, looking good. We mapped this image so it should open a pop-up window. There we go. This button should do the same, I think. Yes. I hope this tutorial helped. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach us at info@automate365.net. Have a nice day.